If you are watching this in 2026, stop scrolling and listen closely. You are standing on the edge of the most volatile automotive market correction we have seen in decades. If you've been trying to buy a car in 2024 or 2025, you know the pain. Prices were artificially high because of the production shortages back in 2020 and 2022. But that era is effectively over. We are witnessing what my firm calls the supply cliff inversion. Today, we aren't just looking at cars, we are looking at your wallet. We are analyzing why the 2023 model year has become the definitive value sweet spot for the used buyer in 2026. We're going to run the math on depreciation, interest rates, and cost of ownership to show you exactly where to put your money. Before we get into the specific models, you have to understand the mechanism that created this opportunity. It's called the Lease Loophole. Back in August 2022, the government passed the Inflation Reduction Act. While headlines focused on consumer tax credits disappearing for many EVs, a quiet provision called Section 45W changed everything. This provision allowed automakers to claim a 45W commercial clean vehicle credit on leased EVs, regardless of where it was built. Manufacturers like BMW, Hyundai, and Mercedes immediately passed this $4,500 savings to you, the consumer, as lease cash. This triggered a massive spike in leasing. In 2023, lease penetration rebounded past 25% after years of stagnation. Now, do the math with me. A standard lease is 36 months. If a record number of leases were signed in 2023, when do those cars come back to the dealer? Right now, in 2026. We are about to see a flood of over 300,000 off-lease vehicles, heavily weighted toward EVs, hitting the lots, a significant increase compared to last year. This is basic supply and demand. Supply is skyrocketing, and dealers are going to be desperate to move metal. The biggest beneficiaries of this crash are EV buyers. If you are asking, is the electric car market crashing? The answer for the 2023 model year is a resounding yes. Let's talk about the Mercedes-Benz EQS. In 2023, this was a six-figure flagship designed to rival the Tesla Model S. But data shows these models are depreciating by nearly 47 to 63% within their first 3 years. Think about that. The original owner, likely a high-income lessee, took a depreciation hit of roughly $60,000 to $70,000. You can pick up a 2023 EQS 580, a car that originally stickered for $110,000 to $130,000 plus, for somewhere in the $42,000 to $55,000 range in 2026. And here's the secret. The 2026 model year refresh is largely cosmetic. You get the hyperscreen, the air suspension, and the rear wheel steering for less than half the price of the new guy next to you at the stoplight. However, we need to address the base model reality. Dealers will advertise these low prices, but often on the entry-level 450 Plus trim with rear-wheel drive. If you live in the snow belt, you need to verify the spec sheet for 4MATIC all-wheel drive. Don't let the low advertised price lure you into a car that can't handle a Northeast winter. Next, let's look at the volume king, the Tesla Model Y. In 2026, the market is absolutely saturated with these. But why buy a 2023 specifically? Because late 2022 and early 2023 is when Tesla introduced the comfort suspension upgrades and the faster Ryzen processor for the infotainment. Owners report that the ride quality in a 2021 Model Y can be harsh and crashing, whereas the 2023 update significantly smooths out daily driving. Plus, you have to factor in the Tesla price war. Tesla slashed new car prices in 2023 and 2024, which decimated the residual value of used units. That means 2023 lessees are walking away from their cars because their lease buyout price is thousands of dollars higher than the market value. Their loss is your gain. You can pick up a nicely equipped 2023 Model Y for commodity pricing, often in the low to mid $30,000 range, depending on mileage. Now, maybe you aren't ready for an EV. Maybe you're worried about charging infrastructure, or you just prefer gas. You might be asking, is the internal combustion engine dead? Not yet. In fact, 2023 represents what we call the technological pivot point. The perfect example is the BMW 5 Series, specifically the G30 generation. The 2023 model year was the final year of this chassis, and for enthusiasts, it's the holy grail. Why? Because the successor, the 2024 G60, moved to a controversial minimalist interior, where almost all buttons were deleted in favor of touchscreens. In the 2023 G30, you still get physical buttons for your climate control. You get memory seat buttons on the door where you can actually see them. It's a safer, more ergonomic design. Let's look at the performance math. The 2023 540i comes with the B58 inline-6. This engine is legendary for reliability, often compared to the Toyota JC2 for its bulletproof architecture. It produces 335 horsepower. Now compare that to a modern four-cylinder economy car, which might cost the same price new, around $35,000. That economy car is giving you maybe 180 horsepower. For the same money, the used BMW gives you nearly double the power and a significantly higher build quality. But you have to watch out for the base model trap here too. The advertised 2023 5 Series for a low price is often the 530i four-cylinder. It's a fine car, but the 540i is the one that holds its value and offers that silky smooth inline-6 experience. Always check the trunk badge. Don't just trust the dealer listing. Let's take a moment to calculate the cost of ownership. This is where the 2026 macro environment bites. Interest rates are no longer near zero. Analysts project used car loan rates in 2026 to hover between 7 and 8.5% for borrowers with good credit. If you finance $30,000 for a used 2023 BMW at 7% over 60 months, your monthly payment is roughly $594. You will pay over $5,600 in interest over the life of the loan. Compare that to buying a brand new $45,000 car at a subsidized 4% rate. Your payment there is over $820 a month. Even with the higher interest rate on the used car, you're saving over $200 a month in cash flow. However, you must factor in fuel. If you drive 12,000 miles a year and gas is $3.50 a gallon, the BMW 540i will cost you about $1,750 to $1,900 a year in fuel. The Tesla Model Y or Mustang Mach-E costs significantly less in electricity, usually 1/3 to 1/2 that cost, depending on your local utility rates. So, if your commute is long, the EV savings might offset the higher insurance premiums we often see on electric vehicles. Moving on to the luxury bargain category. These are cars that are excellent products but suffer from steep depreciation due to brand perception. First up, the Genesis V80. This SUV has a road presence that rivals a Bentley Bentayga. The 2023 model features a stunning interior and the powerful 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. But because it doesn't wear a German badge, the market punishes it. By 2026, 2023 models will have shed a massive portion of their MSRP. You can likely find a well-equipped CPO 2023 Genesis V80 for $38,000 to $48,000, with many landing in the low to mid $40K range. And CPO is critical here. Genesis offers the best CPO program in the business, reinstating the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty for the second owner. If you buy one without that certification, your coverage drops to 5 years, 60,000 miles. Do not make that mistake. Then we have the Volvo XC90. The 2023 model received the new Google-based infotainment. While the software had some bugs early on, the car itself is a tank. It's one of the safest family haulers on the road. And with Volvo launching a refreshed XC90 for 2025 or 2026, the 2023 body style now looks old to the vanity buyer. That drives the price down for you. You can get a T8 Recharge, that's the plug-in hybrid with 455 horsepower, for a fraction of its original price. Now, let's do the real-world MPG math on the Volvo T8. It offers about 30 to 35 miles of pure electric range in real-world conditions. If your daily school run is under 30 miles, you could technically drive this 455 horsepower SUV without burning a drop of gas during the week. Then use the gas engine for road trips. That is versatility you cannot get in a pure EV.
Now, I have to warn you, not every cheap 2023 car is a bargain. Some are falling knives. Avoid the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe. The 4xe plug-in hybrid system has been plagued with reliability reports. Owners report an issue called FORM, or Fuel Oil Refresh Mode, which forces the gas engine to run constantly to burn off fuel in the oil. This defeats the entire purpose of owning a hybrid. We have also seen reports of sudden power loss and check engine lights. The low price you see on the lot reflects the market's fear of these repair bills out of warranty. Similarly, be very careful with the 2023 Land Rover Defender. It looks incredible, but owners report persistent electronic glitches and infotainment failures where the PV Pro screen just blacks out. Unless you are buying a Land Rover with a comprehensive CPO warranty that extends to 7 years or 100,000 miles, the running costs can be ruinous.
So how do you navigate this market? Here is your checklist. First, timing. The standard lease is 36 months. Since lease volume peaked in mid to late 2023 due to the loophole, the biggest wave of returns will happen in Q2 and Q3 of 2026. That is when dealers will be choking on inventory, and that is when you negotiate. Second, insurance. Before you sign anything, get a quote. Insurance rates have stabilized but remain historically high. Insuring a luxury EV like the Mercedes EQS can be significantly more expensive than a gas car because a minor fender bender can result in a 5-figure repair bill. Don't let a $300 monthly insurance premium kill the deal. Third, certification. I cannot stress this enough. We are talking about highly complex machines, first-generation EVs, complex PHEVs, and luxury cars with massive screens. You need the factory backing. Look for Hyundai, Genesis, Kia CPO for that 100K warranty. Look for Porsche approved CPO for their unlimited mileage coverage. And for EVs, check if the manufacturer offers a specific battery capacity warranty, like BMW and Ford's 8-year 100,000-mile protection.
The supply cliff inversion is real. The cars are coming. The 2023 model year is unique because it combines the return of supply with the last great era of analog luxury and the first great era of EV depreciation. If you are smart, patient, and insist on a CPO inspection, 2026 is going to be the best year to buy a used car in a decade. Thanks for watching. Drive safe, and I'll see you in the next one.